10 ljudi, evo me gore opet ovde, što znači da smo verovatno na kanalu Popcorn Planet. Imamo neke nove informacije što se tiče Sean Diddy Combsa ili ti Puff Diddyja ili Puff Daddyja kako želite. Diddy se suočava sa 6 novih optužbi. Ajde da vidimo o čemu se radi i šta kaže Andy na sve ovo.
Sean Diddy Combs is now facing 6 more lawsuits spanning 2 decades. Awful allegations, including some coming in from a man who says he was 16 at the time of the alleged incident, which occurred at one of Combs's Hampton white parties. Another accuser is also bringing in evidence. None of this looks good.
Znači opet maloletno lice, kako špica.
Welcome to Popcorn Planet's Diddygate coverage. I am Andy Signor, and I'm here to summarize the 6 new lawsuits that have been dropped from Tony Busby, the attorney who says he has over 120 accusers. He finally filed his first 6. Now, none of these contain celebrities, but it still contains awful allegations. And I want to make sure we're recapping these for you so we can all keep up to date with the amount. There's going to be a lot of these. So we will be breaking them down for you. In fact, we'll be going through them in more detail later today during our live. So make sure if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell for all alerts. Click that all, so that way when you get the alerts, click the thumbs up, leave a comment. It helps the algorithm make sure you get the videos and other...
Tako je, pomozite mu, idite, kliknite na like i sve što treba da bi se ova priča što više raširila. To važi isto i za mene, za moje reakcije. Ukoliko reagujete i klikćete na te lajkove, moje reakcije će se širiti i drugim ljudima da vide. Tako da udrite to, nemojte štedeti te lajkove i subscribe-ove, samo zvekećite.
...can see the severity of this case as it moves forward. Now, yes, 6 new lawsuits. Diddy's lawyers have responded. They fired back at Busby, saying he just wants publicity. His defense team really kind of sucks. What I thought we would do is just give you a broad recap of these 6 accusers and their lawsuits. And then later today, we'll go into more detail along with other Diddy news. So let's go through it. The first complaint, the lawsuit comes in from 2004, a 19-year-old Jane Doe who was invited to a photo shoot promoting The Band by Sean Combs. She was later invited and then taken to a hotel.
Ovo je ženska osoba koja je imala 19 godina, znači nije bila maloletna, ali skoro pa da jest.
At the party, Miss Doe and her friend were suddenly grabbed by security and taken to a separate room. She asked him where they were going, and the guard responded, "You know what you were here for." Now,
Wow, brate. Ovo meni deluje toliko organizovano, čoveče. Oni ko zna koliko su dugo radili i sa koliko ljudi su uradili ove stvari. Znaš, kad se ti usuđuješ da kažeš nekom, znaš zašto si ovde. Stvarno nevjerovatno.
I'm going to get into more details, but just pardon the way I'm speaking. I have to speak in a certain way to avoid certain labels of this video. So apologies in advance.
Da, što se tiče toga, on mora sada spominjati raznorazne stvari i ne sme koristiti raznorazne reči zbog YouTube polise. Isto tako važi za mene. Da ne bi bio demonetizovan, mora da izbegava sve te silne reči, tako da izvinjavam se što nećete možda razumeti o čemu priča ili možda nećete razumeti titlove, ali pokušajte da shvatite šta govori, pošto mimikom uglavnom objasni o čemu je reč, šta hoće da kaže.
We'll go through in more detail later today, like I said in the live, but I'm going to try to explain the best I can without YouTube punishing this video.
Right.
Here we go. It gets more extreme, so warning. After Doe and her friend were taken to the bedroom, security guard left and locked the door. Combs was in a room and pressured her and her friend to consume substances and became more aggressive. He demanded that Jane Doe's friend perform on him as he would have them both if they didn't. He then turned to Miss Doe and forced her to, do that.
Znači, baš su išli do kraja sa ovim. Išli su sa ozbiljnim pretnjama. Koliko vidim, bili su već uvežbani što se toga tiče. Znači, ko zna koliko puta su tako nešto radili. Wow.
Under the threat of bad stuff. He then basically did it anyway and SA'd her. Combs then continued to A her until a security guard interrupted. Combs then left the room but told Miss Doe to stay, otherwise she would be. About a half hour of sitting in the dark room by herself, another security guard came and told her that she could leave. she left immediately. Now, what's interesting about this case is there's...
Čoveče, kao da je došla na robiju. Kao ono, znaš zašto si došla? Izvoli, sedi u mračnoj sobi, sad će doći Diddy Holmes da te obesčasti, šta već. To, brate, kao da su te oteli. Ovo je pravi kriminal, ozbiljan kriminal.
Clearly a friend who can also back up the incident. There are security guards, which if they know and they aren't saying anything,
Kako ne
shame on
znaju?
them. They clearly now...
Učestvovali u tome, bre, kako ne znaju, brate, pa svi su odgovorni. Što sad ne spominju ništa? Gde su sad svi da kažu nešto?
Are complicit. They helped Diddy do it, so it makes sense why they're now trying to lie.
Naravno.
But shame on them. I hope some of these guards wise up and actually do the right thing here to put him away.
To nije pomaganje, to je učestvovanje, brate. Ti privodiš nekog, zatvaraš ga u neke prostorije, bre, čover, šta je ovo, bre?
They still are guilty, but I'd be more, slightly empathetic, if you will, if they finally come forward and tell the truth so we can put Diddy away and prove it.
To se neće desiti.
Now, the second case comes in, and there's actually an image that we're going to get to in a second. John Doe worked for the Royal Reigns Management, a prestigious company, and Doe's industry connections, he gained access to parties associated with Combs and Bad Boy Entertainment. In October of 2021, Combs' businesses picked up Doe from the airport and took him where the party was to take place. Plaintiff was immediately offered what he was told was a substance. He refused, but had one drink. Doe soon became disoriented and the room started spinning. He tried to leave, but a male voice told him to hold on, and he promised to help him. The next thing Doe remembers is him being in a bedroom, unable to move, speak, or fight back. Multiple men began to be there with him, doing things. Doe distinctly recalls seeing Combs above him without clothes at one point. Doe believes he was aided by at least 3 men, as he could feel the difference from them each.
Yeah,
language.
Ljudi, šta je ovo?
Now, this guy also brought evidence here. This was what he alleged photograph of an exemplary container used by Combs and his agents to insert the GHB into alcoholic drinks is seen below. Now, that's not helpful. Now, I don't know if this is something he got from the day. How would he have seen it afterwards? This is something he's showing to sort of show as an example of what it could have been.
Ne razumem, iz toga su sipali to nešto u piće, jel? To je kao neki dozimetar. Gde su to našli, ne razumem kako su sad našli to. Odakle im to? Je li to kao dokaz onda sad?
But still, like, effective to see this and realize, oh my God, this is so dark, what they're doing.
Ovo je toliko mračno, brate mili. Ovo kad je krenulo, ja sam mislio, ok, tu su u pitanju neke seksualne bahanalije, neko teško iživljavanje, ali sam uvek konto, to su odrasli ljudi, pa oni tamo rade šta hoće, imaju para, imaju moć, slavu, normalno nekako, naravno, ko nije to radio. Ali ovo je van svake pameti, ovo nisam očekivao. Sve ovolike silne optužbe za ovakve stvari.
Tense this actually is. Yeah, they're even trying to include their own evidence. All right, now here we go. This is case 3. 2008, John Doe worked as an advisor for Echo Clothing around the time that Sean John was hitting peak popularity. Doe had met Combs several times in connection with the clothing line. Both lines were carried by Macy's. Doe was was in the stockroom at a Macy's flagship store in Manhattan when Combs and 3 bodyguards entered. Doe was hit hard around the base of the neck, possibly with a pistol. He fell to his hands and knees, looked up and saw the bodyguards were armed. Multiple voices called out things like, "I will K you." Combs approached and said, "S my D, Echo." He was then forced to do so. He made derogatory comments like, "You like that white boy?" After he was finished, Combs threw plaintiff's head aside and said the words of effective, "Shut up or I'll K you." Combs proceeded to gather Sean John merchandise from the stockroom, headed out to the Macy's retail floor where he began passing out merchandise to an adoring crowd. Doe reported this to Macy's security and was told someone would speak with him, but no one did. 3 weeks later, the CEO of Macy's pressured Echo executives to fire Doe, as they had just signed a multi-million-dollar deal with Sean John. Doe is informed and believes that the report of the incident was destroyed or otherwise purged from Macy's records. Now, that's intense to think that Macy's was in on this. And there it is, organization John Doe's at Macy's, Inc. Damn. Fourth incident coming in. Here it is. The fourth one in 2006. John Doe accepted a last-minute job at Combs's East Hampton property, which he believed was hosting an exclusive white party for a large, affluent crowd.
To je ta bela žurka gde se oni svi oblače u belo, kao u fazonu da budu svi isti. Da se ne osjeća nikakva razlika između njih. Ne znam ja kakve gluposti. To su te najpopularnije njihove žurke.
Event progressed, Combs targeted Doe and provided him with 2 alcoholic drinks throughout the night. After consuming the second drink, Doe began to feel extremely ill. Combs approached him again and was forcibly pushed into an open van by Combs. My God, if this is true, just like the amount of like...
Brate, ja ne mogu da verujem, bre, da se ovo dešavalo stvarno. Ako je ovo istina, ovo je monstruozno do jaja, brate. Prosto sam zabezeknut sa ovim informacijama. Ovo je ludilo.
People involved in doing this, right? Doe was held down and overpowered. He struggled to escape. Combs then proceeded to R him while dismissing plaintiff's pleas for help by repeatedly saying, "You'll be all right." Afterwards, he left the plaintiff in the van and proceeded back to the party. Plaintiff struggled to leave the parties, but was disoriented. Doe finally managed to leave the scene and return home. He informed his supervisor of the incident. Again, that's what's also troubling about all these accusations. Everyone's reporting it, but then the reports go unfollowed up. Someone kills these reports.
Znači, on je, kako je radio to mladim devojkama, tako je radio i mladim momcima. Šta više, mislim da je češće radio mladim momcima. Lik je kobojagi biseksualac, tako da ne bira ništa.
Fifth case. This is now around June 1995. Jane Doe attended a promotional party at Elks Plaza in New York City for the music video One More Chance by Biggie Smalls. While Doe was dancing with friends, Combs approached her and asked to speak with her privately. Once alone in a bathroom, Combs unexpectedly began kissing her. She asked him to slow down, thinking they were there to talk, but he became more aggressive and forced it. She then fell disoriented, where Combs then did it again. Similar to the video of Cassie, that's what we're implying here. Sorry if I can't specifically say it out loud. Combs then...
Ne može, kao što sam rekao, ne može da objasni kako treba zato što ne može da koristi te reči zbog YouTube policije.
Lifted it all up and arred her while she laid on the floor. Afterwards, Combs threatened her, "You better not tell anyone about this or you will disappear." Quote. Combs left the bathroom, abandoning her in a state of shock, fear, and shame, as well as pain. She gathered her strength and left the party. Sixth case. Now, this is the one I told you about in the beginning. This is John Doe. 16, received an invite to one of Combs's parties in the Hamptons. He made his way through the crowd towards the restroom. He unexpectedly bumped into Combs. Doe took a picture with Combs at the party. They walked to a more private area near the portable restrooms brought for the party. There, John Doe told Combs he was a big fan and shared his dreams of becoming a star. Combs abruptly instructed John to drop it and expose so he could inspect it, explaining it was the rite of passage and that the route to becoming a star and also as a way to prove himself. Don't you want to break into the business? Out of fear, he then did it. Combs moved closer and did more than inspect it. Combs abruptly then let go and told him that his people would be in touch. Because of Combs' power and notoriety, plaintiff was afraid to report what had happened.
Znači, nije kao da nisu prijavljivali sve ove događaje, nego su jednostavno te prijave nestajale. Neko ih je uništavao, nisu došle nigde i niko nije reagovao na njih. A neki su bili u strahu da prijave ovo. Ja kontam da je taj strah jak, ali takođe i bes jak. Kako niko nije uzeo neko oružje i smaknuo ih sve posle ovakve stvari? To mi nije jasno. Kako neko nije skupio petlju i lepo ih uklonio?
So, look, again, serious allegations seemingly would be witnesses around these incidents. We can't assume they're all 100% factual, but given what we're learning about Diddy, it sure sounds that way, and that's what Tony Busby's saying as well. I have a clip right here.
There's an overarching theme here, as you probably can see, which is basically Sean Combs feels like he can do whatever he wants.
Combs' legal team have not commented on the latest string of suits.
They have. I'm going to show you that in the end.
For the first from Texas attorney Tony Busby, who claims Diddy won't be the only celebrity named in future lawsuits.
Eto, to već koji put saznajemo, znači nije jedina celebrity osoba koja će se suočiti s ovako nečim, a povezana je s ovim. Znači sigurno ima minimum još jedna i to slavnija ličnost od njega, koju u pitanju ne znam. Može da se pretpostavi da je možda Leonardo DiCaprio, možda Jay-Z ili tako neko, a možda i svi oni zajedno. Ko zna koliko ih je u stvari.
Certainly, there will be people named in these suits that will raise some eyebrows.
Last week, a federal...
So here's what Diddy actually says regarding these cases. Diddy's legal team is pushing back. Attorneys tell TMZ the press conference and 800 number that preceded today's barrage of filings were clear attempts to garner publicity. Reference to Busby, who says he's representing 120 alleged victims. I mean, sure, that's part of winning a case, though. And I don't think this guy, who's a legit guy, is going to risk his whole career if he didn't have legit things coming in. Now, Diddy's legal team says in court the truth will prevail.
Teško zato što je već izjavio nekoliko puta da će svi biti pohapšeni i da će odgovarati za svoja dela. I već koji put isti taj čovek spominje da će biti uhapšeno još neko lice sličnog statusa kao što je Puff Diddy. Minimum još jedno lice.
Mr. Combs has never essayed anyone, adult, of any age.
Da, on ništa nije uradio, ništa. On je super lik, brate. Ne znam ni zašto ste ga sad uhapsili ili zašto on prolazi kroz ovo. On je baš cool. Aha, yeah, i te fore.
Woman. So, yeah, looking forward to that day in court. We will see what happens, excuse me. But yes, 4 of the accusers were men. One was 16, 2 females. As we showed you those details. Oh, look at this guy. We're going to be talking about him again this week. Stay tuned. Not going to miss that.
Sad sam ga spominjao, znači garant je umešan žešći, Leonardo DiCaprio. Svi znamo koliko voli devojke do 25 godina i onda kad napune 25, šutne ih i nađe novu od 19 ili koliko. I uvek sam se pitao, a gde ih nalaziš, brate? Kao da mu neko isporuči baš kad treba, onda kad mu ova postojeća devojka napuni 25 godina. Stvarno, eto. Kao da ima ugovor potpisan sa nekim.
I got to talk to some lawyers before I make that video. So, like I said, you're going to want to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Hit that bell for all alerts. Smash that all when you hit the bell. Smash that like when you get those notifications and leave your comments down below what you think. Look, it's hard to just believe all people that come forward because there's going to be some people who are going to just try to get a payday. It's true.
To sam govorio i prošli video zapis, znači neki od svih ovih optužbi neće biti odnosno validni, nego neko će samo pokušati da uzme pare. I to je to. To sigurno će biti toga.
However, what we've seen in that video with Diddy and what we're learning, what we heard Usher admit to at those tapes, there's a lot of reasons to
Evo ga, Jašer se spominje, pa da, i njega sam zaboravio.
Just not buy this, Diddy's response. He's going to have to defend himself pretty vigorously to break this. And the silence from all the celebrities is deafening. Typically, celebrities, if they were confident, no way, Diddy's a great guy. There's not a word. Nobody wants to support this man right now because they know. And that Cassie video proved it. He lied about it. So he can lie about that. What else is he lying about? He's lost all credibility now. That's the problem. That's why when he made that statement about Cassie and everything else after settling, it's disgusting. So, yeah, I tend to believe these accusers more than not. We shall see. We will keep you updated. Make sure you join us later today during our live. We also have some more videos you're not going to miss, so stay tuned. Click on these. Thank you for watching. Let me know your thoughts down below.
Joj, narode, ne znam šta da kažem, ali ovo mora da pukne na sav glas. Ovi ljudi što su radili ovo, oni moraju da odgovaraju. Ukoliko su ove optužbe istinite, a ima ih jako puno, ove optužbe su nešto najgore što sam mogao da čujem. Znači, nisam ni u ludilom mislio da se ovako nešto dešavalo, ali ovo je teška mafija sa jako puno moći, jako puno novaca, jako puno slave, zaštite, da su ovake stvari radili sve vreme za svih ovih 20 godina i da tek sada saznajemo prvi put da su toliko bili zaštićeni, i da nam takvi ljudi prosipaju mudrosti na televiziji da mi njih slušamo kako treba živeti. Uvek pomislim na to, prosto mi nije dobro. Uvek sam mislio da su ti hollywoodski glumci i pevači, svi te celebrity osobe, totalni degenerici, izdegenerisani su. Uvek su i bili u stvari, a totalno su se izdegenerisali kad su dobili osvojili moć i slavu. I evo dokaza za to. Totalni degenerici, uništavali mladim ljudima živote na najstrašniji mogući način. Ovo je tek početak, ljudi, imat ćemo još mnogo video zapisa u vezi ovog slučaja, pratit ćemo pomno. Kad se bude malo sakupilo više informacija, onda ću se javiti sa reakcijom nekom na neki video. Sad da li će biti na ovom kanalu ili će biti na nekom drugom, ne znam, ali pratit ćemo. Andy u džepu ima nešto u vezi Leonardo DiCapria, tako da to treba očekivati, vidjet ću o čemu se radi, pa ćemo možda i zajedno reagovati na to. Šta vi mislite o svemu ovome? Ostavite mi dole vaše mišljenje u komentarima, zveknite like, zveknite subscribe, šerujte ovaj video prijateljima koji vole da gledaju ovakve stvari reakcionog tipa. Toliko od mene, mi se vidimo u nekoj drugoj reakciji. Hvala na pažnji.